Yo, what is up, guys? It is the man in the can. It is Super Piggy Man here today with another video, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about a Conan Exiles compared to Ark type of thing. So, I've had a Conan Exiles for about maybe a little over like 2-3 weeks, about close to when it came out on PS4. I heard before the whole entire release thing when it was in early access, it wasn't the best it could have been. And now that is expected of early access games, but I think that the game was perfect after that. What else can I say? But compared to Ark, I think this game does things in a technical matter better than Ark. Maybe in a gameplay matter it doesn't, but I feel like the technical matter is just really well, to the point where, you know, it's like, hey, you know, like, hey, you know, like, we know, like, the gameplay probably isn't, like, you know, like, the smartest or anything, but we have better mechanics and stuff, you know? And I think what separates this game from Ark a lot is that it doesn't have any dinosaurs. No, I'm just playing. That it's technical matter point. Like, this game, I feel like it focuses more on the player interaction type of thing, you know? It focuses more on technical matters rather than going with non-technical matters like DLC and stuff like that. And I feel like things where Ark messed up, they could have easily fixed, you know? And I feel like with this new game coming out, it could be the new game that replaces Ark. I don't know if it is. I mean, Ark has kind of just been contending with Rust, but it kind of passed Rust in like the longest point. And I just think that Ark needs to fix like simple things. Like, I like the idea of cross rating, but I don't think you should be able to take an unlimited amount of dinosaurs over. Like, you know, like, I feel like they should rank the dinosaurs in like tiers and stuff like that. Like, you can only take a certain amount of, like, you know, like, have 5 tiers, like 5 be the most deadliest and 1 be like, well, they'll just knock you over a little, like, you know, that type of thing. And I don't think it's that hard to ask for it, for them to tier, you know, like, actual dinosaurs into that. I feel like you should only be able to take 2 tier 5s at the most. And, you know, like, cost rating is something that's going to happen, you know, in Ark, because that's, you know, how Ark rolls and stuff like that. But I just think that it's not realistic enough to the point where you can take, like, you know, like 3 freaking Titanosauruses and just go and completely destroy a fucking base, you know, and just like one swing. I think it should be more limited, I would say, on that aspect. And another thing that I never really liked about Ark was when when you spawn in and you're new to the game and you don't know what's what. It's not like the zones are actually made for the zones, you know? Like, so I remember it was like, I started on a new server. I was like, you know, like, I was about to spawn in. I spawn in, legit, not even when my character wakes up, I'm already getting attacked by like 3 raptors. And I feel like they should have like this little circle save zone where you can't, like, where these things don't spawn in near radius or don't come into it, you know? Like, it's just when you have new players that spawn in and they automatically die from that, or like have like, or, oh, this is the one thing I hated the most. Oh, it fucking feeds on my anger. It's when you would go into a new server and you would spawn in, and then you barely spawn in with your new character, right? And a fucking turret shoots you down. You know how annoying that really is? Like, I think that these spawn zones should be save zones, you know? Like, I don't think things should be coming close to killing you in that area. And I just think that from a personal standpoint, because, like, the spawn points are spawn points. You're supposed to spawn there. Like, what else are you gonna fucking do? Like, I get it if there's cross raiders, like, you kill them, they're gonna spawn in the spawn points, but they don't have anything anymore. They shouldn't have anything. And that's something that really fucking bothers me a lot. It's just, I just think that these spawn zones should be save zones, and this has been Ark's problem with getting newer players. Ark's been dying because it hasn't been focusing on all the glitches it has in its system. Like, I know one thing that still probably has when I left, like, not even that long ago, was undermapping, and it's been a problem since the game first came out. Like, Ark has really not been trying to fix these, like, fix these internal problems. It's like kind of the same thing with Fortnite, where they're just focusing more on aesthetics rather than, you know, fixing good metas and stuff like that, like what guns are going to be used. That's like what I kind of referring to Ark doing. And it's kind of pissing me off because, like, I used to love Ark, you know, I used to love playing it, but once I, like, it has a really short learning curve, and once you get over that learning curve, you kind of just want to have fun, but it's hard to have fun when, you know, like, these game mechanics just don't work. Like, they just completely fuck you, and that is something that really bothers me. Undermapping is one of the things that I remember I got wiped from, and I lost a lot of my high level dinos from. And then I also think that something that Conan Exiles excels in is actually like fixing these like mechanical problems. Like, if you play Conan Exiles right now, the only thing I think that will frustrate you the most is when you're hitting stone and you're not collecting any stone or hitting the stone at all. And it's weird because it's the animation where you're actually hitting the stone, but you're not hitting, you know, the stone, if you know what I mean. It's like a little glitch that gets me mad, but that's like the only really real glitch I found. And something that this game also beats in Ark, it's dynamic way of attacking things, you know? Like, not every, like, things don't have levels, you know? Like, they just spawn in, and there's like, well, they do have, like, you know, a hidden level, but you don't really see it, so you don't get intimidated and you think you can fight it, unlike, you know, other games, or unlike Ark, where it has a high level and you automatically think that it's, you know, like, the god tier or something like that. But I like the combat style that this game brings, because Ark, I feel like it's just too linear, you know? Like, you just go attack, and then you just, like, run around the corner, and then you wait for it to come back, and then you attack, and then you run around the corner. You know, it's something like that, where you jump on a rock and you just wait to knock it out. I think I like this way better because, what do you call it? You can actually, like, you know, dodge roll. You can do heavy attacks, light attacks, and it all depends on your stamina. And another thing I like is the aspect of encumbrance ruining your stamina. Now, in case you guys don't know, if you're encumbered, you run at the same speed, right? But your stamina drains really, really fast. Like, I'm talking, like, it drains, like, in seconds, man. But in Ark, when you're running encumbered, your stamina doesn't seem to drop fast. It drops at the same rate, so you can cover the same amount of area if you have high movement speed. And another thing I like about this game is that you can't fuck with your movement speed or melee damage. It's just there, you know? It's what you started with. It's what you're going to have the entire time. And yeah, I mean, that's what I like. Oh, and then the other thing I like about Conan Exiles is the whole entire, like, feeling of the map being really wide, you know? Like, the whole entire time I was playing on the server that I'm on right now, as you can see, is that there are, like, 4 different alphas. They're really big and stuff, but I never ran into one of their bases. And it's just, the map is so spread out, and you cover little distance, like, unlike Ark, where you can cover, like, long amounts of distance in, like, a matter of minutes. This game, it takes you, like, 30 minutes just to get to, like, one biome to the other, you know? And I really like that because, you know, then it doesn't, like, get all clusterfuck and you, like, lag, like, the whole entire server lags and stuff like that. But, you know, a lot of these people did come back from Ark, and they have really big bases. But, I mean, Ark does have some fun features. Like, I like how you can make your character look as retarded as you want, or as stupid as you want. And I like how it's easy just to, like, learn the game. Like, I know learning Conan Exiles was a little bit more of, like, a learning curve because I had to learn all the engrams. Oh, and another thing Conan Exiles does well that I feel like Ark doesn't do well is, like, it introduces, like, the new player with, like, a step of stuff to do. Like, you know, like, a little, like, if you see on the top right hand corner it says journey, I think I like that the most because it tells you, like, from the start of the game, like, how to do things and how to do certain things and how not to do things. Like, it differentiates the things. Now, the one thing that is probably bad about Conan Exiles is that if you, the desert biome, I'll put up a picture of it. When you guys see it, I'll put up the picture of the nodes. The desert biome holds the most, like, metal nodes and charcoal, and what those are like the most essential needs you need. But honestly, the animals there are really creepy. But the thing that sucks about setting up there, where like the most nodes are, is that those places get raided a shit ton. I know on my server they don't. At least not from my experience. I was set up there for a while, but I know they don't like raid it down there that often, and it's pretty dope, like living in the desert. But the thing is, if you play on a server where it's like not friendly, at like the one I'm playing on, like the people are just chill there, you can get fucked easily because you're gonna be kind of the noobs, and these guys are already gonna be all set up with a bunch of legendary shit. So yeah, I think that's something that does get. And this is the glitch I was talking about when you're hitting the stone and no stone's actually coming out, and you have to move to a different angle. See, that's something that would piss anybody off. Oh, and then something that I'm surprised Ark hasn't implemented is that when you have your tool out, you can actually harvest stuff. Like you don't need to put your tool back away. That's something I actually really like. But honestly, Ark does have some fun features. Like I do like the whole entire aspect of taming dinos, going primitive too. Pretty much like tech. I like that whole entire idea. I've been to tech only like once or twice. I don't remember. It was on Aberration where the map was hella easy to farm out everything. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, honestly, if you were to choose between Ark and Conan Exiles right now, I'd say Conan Exiles because the game is popular. It's coming up. It's on its come up. It's probably in its prime right now. It's gonna be the best as it probably is ever gonna be. So I'd say go with this game. I mean, Ark is starting to die. I know they've been trying to do huge updates for it, but I feel like they're just focusing too much on the mobile app game that it's just like, why the fuck am I gonna put my time into like a PS4 Ark or Xbox One Ark or a PC Ark if they're not gonna give us the updates and stuff like that. So stupid. But I know I would go with personally I would go with Conan Exiles just because of the whole entire experience I get. A lot of people are cool, a lot of people are friendly. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. Peace.